Alright guys, Jolpol here. I'm going to explain the rules of Armello since I have a couple of friends asking me and starting this game. So I've decided just to do one more explanation and then I can pass on the video so we can save everyone's time. Alright, so let's jump into the single player mode. Alright, in Armello we have a lot of characters. They have different stats. The main stats are fight, body, wits and spirit. You also have a different starting gold, but this is not as important as the other ones. And I will explain what they are in the game. I'll jump with Tane, which basically my main, although I play with a couple of characters now. In this game you always face, it's always a 4-player game. If you have enough players you can get some extra ones online or put bots. So when you pick your character, you can also go to the edit load and pick an amulet. You can read what they do according to your strategy, and also pick a ring, and this will affect the extra stats or extra abilities to your character. Okay, so this is something to jump in when starting to play this game. Let's go with Tane. Alright, so the lore of this game is there are different clans of animals. The king is a lion, although there's something called rot in this game, which is, you can associate it like the dark force of Star Wars, right? It's something, corruption, that gives you a lot of power but also sickens you and makes you evil. So the king used to be a good guy and then he started messing up with his power and now he's corrupted and is slowing dying, as you can see. So you can win this game 3 ways, actually 4 ways. 3 of them is killing the king and 1 of them is letting the king die by natural causes and being the one with the most prestige. So as I was saying, there are a couple of stats here. So fight. When you fight someone, you're gonna roll the dice according to your fight number and the other person's fight number, and then the one who has more faces with the attack or sun, depending if it's day or night, and then you subtract the shields, and this is how the attack works. I will show you later, but basically this is how good you are at fighting other players and NPCs. This is your life body, this is the number of cards in your hand, and this is your magic. The spirit, it's the number of magic that you're gonna refill every night. And you use magic for spell cards, which are the green ones. You use money for equipments, which are the yellow ones, and the red ones, which are trickery, which are basically traps and sabotages, messing up with your players. So when you start this game, the first choice you need to do is which quest line you're gonna follow. Quests, they will give you one of these 3 attributes. There's always one attribute that's left out, but then it changes in the next quest. And then you get the chance of an extra award. However, this always comes with some RNG, and if you fail it, you're gonna get some punishment, which will only reveal once you get to the quest itself, and then you get the choice. My character is Tane. His main goal is to slay the king, so I'll go, for example, with attack, so you can, because I want to get this from 5 to 6. Alright, equipments. Equipments, if they are written equipable here, it means you can equip them. This is their cost 3 gold. I have 5 gold, I can equip. So I click on this and I drag to my inventory. So I lost 3 gold, however now I have this, which means when I'm in battles I will have 1 shield for free. Then, in each turn, every character has 3 moves to every DD tiles. In order to complete my quest, when I've picked my quest, it appeared the symbol of my clan with the sword, which means I get my quest once I get to this. What are the tiles? These are plains, and they are plain, they don't do anything, so they are the most normal tile in Armello. These ones are dungeons, and when you go to a dungeon you're gonna have a roll, and whatever you get it in the roll, it will happen. Uh, Normally it's always good stuff, but at the daylight you have 15% of a bane appearing, which are these bad birds, and attacking you, and a 5% of being teleported to any other dungeon in the map. So these are the only things that can screw you up. Everything else should be good. I'm gonna jump into one so you can see how it works. Yeah, I got magic, so see, I got good stuff. Uh, these are swamps. When you go there, you lose 1 life. I can show you. I lost 1 life. Gonna pass. Then, these are mountains. In order to go to a mountain, instead of using 1 movement, you're gonna use 2 movements. But the advantage of mountains is once you're in the mountain, if you're attacked, you're gonna have an extra shield. So you have more defenses when you're in the mountains. Then, these are settlements. Settlements, when you pass them... Wait a second. When you go to a settlement, you control that settlement, and in the beginning of the day phase, you're gonna get gold. You're gonna get 1 gold to the number of your settlement plus 1. So I'm going here. This will get my banner, which means it's my settlement. If I'll go here, and I see here settlements, I have 1 settlement plus 1. So I'm gonna get 2 gold if no one steals this from me in the beginning of the day phase. If I'm gonna leave this, and then for example Elisa here will go there, it will be her settlement, so I will not get anything from it. Alright, forests. Forests don't do anything at day phase, but at night phase when I go there, I get stealth. So other players cannot see where I am and they cannot target me, which is very handy. And the last tile I'm missing is this one, the stone cycles. And the stone cycles will give you 1 health when you pass there. Alright. So I just covered all the tiles in the game. Now I'm gonna cover perils. These things are perils, these flags here with the rabbit skull. Which means if you go to a tile with one of these peril flags, you need to resolve the peril, and if you fail, you're gonna suffer the consequences. How do you resolve perils? There are 2 kinds of perils. There are the witch perils and there are the spirits perils. So you're gonna have the number of dice equal to the peril type. Alright, so this guy is attacking me, so you can see how attack works. I have 5. So I'm gonna get 5. He has 5 also, so he's gonna have 5. This is my equipment that gives me 1 shield. And now I can just roll this, but I can also burn cards from my hand in order to get the things. This gives me a sword, so I can use it, and it gives me a moon, so I can use it to attack him. And now I have to roll the rest. When it's night phase, moons will give you attack, and suns will give you a miss. When it's day phase, the other way around. Suns will give you attack and moons will give you a miss. So I took him to damage. Unfortunately, he gave me a lot of damage, so I'm dead. When you die, you lose 1 prestige, and you're gonna respawn in your area, common grounds. The prestige leader, which is the player with the most prestige, will always get to choose which one of the decrees of the king, these 2, we cannot see what it is, will happen. This will influence the game for that round, macro, to all players. So this guy picked the king to make the perils harder this round. I don't know what was the other option, but the one with the most prestige, which is this, will always get to pick in the beginning of the day phase. These are the 3 decks, different decks in the game. These are equipments, basically consumables or things that you equip on yourself. These are spells, and they cost gold. These are spells, which cost magic, which is what you have here. and these are trickery, which is basically sabotaging others. You can see one here. This is magic, as I said. Trickery is also gold. Okay, let's try the quest again. Let's see what I get from the dungeon. Okay, got 1 gold. Let me see, this is giving me life. Okay, I'm gonna use this on me, which gives me +2 body, so I have more till the end of the round. And if you have you seen, I spent magic. Now I have only 1 magic. But at the beginning of the night phase, the magic is always replenished by the number of your spirit. So when the night phase begins, I'm gonna get 3 magic again. I'm just gonna show you guys the quest, and then I'm gonna explain you how to win this game. If you click on the portrait of other players, you can see where they are and what they are doing. Alright, so he's gonna solve a peril. He didn't. Okay, so night phase. If you look here, my magic came back to 3 because I have 3 spirit. So at night phase, what happens is you replenish your magic to the number of your spirit. Normally a Bane spawns in 1 dungeon and Banes attack adjacent targets. And the king gains 1 rot. The king currently has 3 rot, you can see if you put the cursor over the king. I will explain rot a little bit later. Alright, so I need to go here to get my quest, and there's a fucking soldier there, so I need to make him move. In order to make someone move, you need to win a battle. In order to win a battle, you need to take more damage to your opponent than the opponent takes to you. If you win, they will move. If you lose, you will stay back where you were. So I'm gonna... wait, first let's just keep this. I'm gonna attack him. I have 5 swords. And I get the +1 because at night wolves get +1 sword. I'm gonna burn this moon to get +1 attack. These are a joker, which means I'll get an attack plus an extra dice, which got another joker, so I got lucky. And now I'm gonna roll the rest. Miss, miss, attack, attack, shield. So I kill the guard. When you kill a guard, you lose prestige. Because king doesn't like when you're killing their guards. Anyway, I got a settlement and I got the quest. Now, this is what I was telling you about. When you finish a quest, you can pick just to collect your stats. So I'll get 1 prestige and 1 fight permanently. Or you can get risk. You will always get the stats regardless. So if I pick this option, I still get +1 fight and +1 prestige. But I have 50% chance of getting the diplomat, which gives me extra money, or lose 2 health. It's one or the other. So either I'm gonna lose 2 health and nothing else, or getting the diplomat. This I will always get anyway, so I'm gonna pick it, just you can see. And the percentage is equal of your stats. Because I have 5 fight, it's 50% of succeed. If I had 6 fight, it would be 60% of succeed. Oh, I didn't get it, so I'm gonna lose 2 health. So this is a decision you need to make when you're playing this game. Okay, so how to win? The game finishes when the king is dead, basically. When you are rotted, which is when you have rot, rot is that worm symbol there, the king has 3. Every time in the day phase you're gonna lose 1 life. This is the same with players. If I would get rot, in this case I have 0, you can see here. In the beginning of the day phase I would lose 1 life. So, you can win this game by just letting the king die, because right now he has 7 life, right? Which means in 7 day phases he's gonna die by himself. If that happens, the person who has the most prestige, which is this, will win the game. How do you gain prestige? You gain prestige by doing quests or by killing stuff. These are the most common ways to gain prestige. Um, if you kill a Bane, you gain prestige. If you kill a player, you gain prestige. If you save a ruined settlement, which are these ones on fire, it means they are terrorized, you gain prestige. By saving them, you just need to walk on them. If you kill a player with a bounty on them from the king, you're gonna get an extra prestige. If you kill a guard, you lose prestige. If you die, you lose 1 prestige. So this is the main ways to gain or lose prestige. So prestige is important for 2 things. If the king dies by himself, you win. And if you're the prestige leader, which is the one with the most prestige, you get to pick the king decrease, which might help you win the game. Right. If you click here, you can see what other players are, their rings, how much prestige they have. Like she has 3 prestige, I have 1, 0 prestige, 0 prestige, which means she's the prestige leader. If you tie with the prestige leader, they still will be the prestige leader. You need to get 1 more than them in order to steal it. Alright. So this is one of the ways to